Welcome everyone to Yes Bree News Channel. If you find my video useful, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Boris on the brink. Senior backbencher threatens to overthrow PM as Tory rebellion grows. Boris Johnson's introduction of vaccine passports has been likened to the catalyst of the English Civil War, as Tory MPs line up to lambaste the plans. The Prime Minister is facing his biggest backbench rebellion to date over his plan to introduce compulsory vaccine passports from September. Conservative backbenchers were left outraged when Mr. Johnson confirmed last night his intention to make COVID vaccines necessary for entry to nightclubs. Ministers had previously ruled out introducing any form of passporting for domestic events, but U-turned last week saying proof of 2 jabs, a negative test, or natural antibodies was recommended for large, indoor gatherings. Yesterday Mr. Johnson went further by saying proof of double vaccination would be a legal requirement to access nightclubs and similar events from the end of September. Describing the plans as compulsory vaccination through the back door, one angry Conservative MP told, "This is a big mistake." Worried the use of vaccine passports could be extended, Mr. Harper warned he feared MPs could be forced to show proof of vaccination before entering Parliament. On social media, Mr. Harper added, "MPs have a Mr. Speaker on our side, who will stand up for our right to enter the House we are elected to. It can't be one rule for MPs, one rule for the rest of the country. Vaccine passports are not the answer." Last night former Conservative leader and Cabinet Minister Sir Ian Duncan Smith warned, vaccine passports could lead to social controls similar to those in China. Should Sir Keir Starmer whip Labour to vote down the plans, there could be enough rebel Tory MPs willing to rebel to sink Mr. Johnson's legislation. Announcing the plans last night at a televised coronavirus briefing, Mr. Johnson said, "I don't want to have to close nightclubs again, as they have elsewhere, but it does means nightclubs need to do the socially responsible thing and make use of the NHS COVID pass, which shows proof of vaccination, a recent negative test or natural immunity, as a means of entry." However, Boris really needed to have cottoned on to the fact that the lockdown decision has already been taken out of his hands. Having covered the needs of the most vulnerable in our society, it is time to let the concept of herd immunity be centerfold. In fact, he has no other option. "I base my comment on the lack of distancing, mask wearing etc. exhibited at major gatherings taking place throughout the UK. Time to look to other matters of governor pending and treat COVID in the same way flu is treated." To be fair, he did do some things, like take away people's freedom and taking away their God-given rights and killed possibly millions when all is said and done.